YouTube, it's your boy Above Average Cody, finally coming to you guys with another Halo Infinite video, and of course, it is the first one in the new PC room with the new PC, and of course, we're going to talk today about my experiences recently on Halo Infinite, getting not only 300 plus frames, or 350 plus frames, I should say, on low graphic settings like I was running on my old PC, and also my experiences finally being able to try out all ultra settings with some ray traced sun shadows. There's a disclaimer I have to put at the beginning of this video, and by no means with anything in this video am I implying that spending a ton of money on your PC setup to get boatloads more frames is going to severely enhance your gameplay, alright? If you have bad map positioning, if you are trash at aiming, or if you are holding your controller upside down, you are still going to struggle here on Halo Infinite, all right? This is merely some things that I have noticed in the game that has been pretty impressive, some of which could affect my gameplay in the long run, but make no mistake, I'm still playing like doo-doo out there in the ranked arena. So for those of you that don't know, guys, I upgraded my PC. If you really want to check it out, I'll link the full build video down below, but I went from a 3070 8 gig graphics card to a 4070 Ti Super with 16 gigs. So I have so much room to really toy with what I'm running for graphics settings and how many frames I get. Now, running the old settings I did, which is all low on Halo Infinite, I've always said Halo looks really good on low. I think the lowest point I saw my frames go was 350 FPS. So I am consistently above 350, and my goodness, honestly, capping at 140 on my old build, guys, it feels like I was playing on a toaster back then because everything just looks so buttery smooth. I made sure to pick some of the higher frame gameplay so you guys can just see how smooth it is. And if you're really curious, go back to one of my old streams or older videos and just watch how it looks. Everything is so smooth. Turning is very smooth. And more importantly, I see map details that I had no idea were there. And we're not even talking about bumping the graphics settings yet. I'm talking on low graphics settings. There is still things that I have just never even noticed before, which is kind of weird that maybe my PC just wasn't rendering it in. I really have zero clue. Now, one thing I will say with the higher FPS is that it is so smooth, it feels like I'm actually getting less aim assist on the new build. Now, this could obviously just be in my head, but I genuinely think the gameplay and like the way the reticle moves over the enemy is so smooth that it actually feels like I'm getting a little bit less aim assist, because it's almost like the reticle's moving faster. And this is just me attempting to put it into words. I'm sure there's not an actual thing going on here or any science to back it up, but it feels like I have a lot less aim assist, so I'm really trying to adjust and go a lot heavier on the left stick aiming, because going heavy on the right stick aiming is never great for your 1v1s here in Halo Infinite. And on top of that, with the less aim assist, guys, oddly enough, it feels like I am shooting lights out with the S7 sniper. It could just be a coincidence. Maybe I'm just playing well with the sniper, but I'm struggling all game with the bandit, picking up the S7 on live fire, and I'm getting 3, 4, 5 kills with it in one life, and it's a really good feeling, don't get me wrong, but it's probably just a boatload of irony. But that's a lot of the big changes with the higher FPS, guys. It definitely feels smoother, but by no means am I just walking out there slamming kids. I'm actually really struggling, but again, I did not only all of a sudden go up to a boatload of frames on a new PC setup. I'm in a whole new room with all new monitors, a new desk, everything. So it's like I'm playing at a friend's house on my controller, and it's very weird. So I'm sure once I adjust, I'll be able to get a better feel and hopefully get some of my former skill back that I had on my other PC setup. Now, I want to talk a little bit about playing on ultra settings with the ray trace shadows, because my goodness, there are things in the game, and I've been playing this game for 3 years, guys. There are things in the game that I never knew that were there. Yesterday's or 2 days ago's stream, whenever I upload this, I had it on ultra the whole stream, and I never realized that there was an animation for when you get a hit marker on the enemy. Of course, when you hit them, you see the little X in your reticle, but it's almost like there's a little like splash on the armor when it happens, and this is something I have never even seen before. Not that I haven't noticed. I think it's just literally never been shown to me on my screen because I've never run the graphics settings that high, and I noticed it. I pointed it out on stream, and other people were also like, I have never seen that before. So that's one of the very interesting things. And let's be real, things like water, the grass, the birds, there is so many different things that just, again, that I've never noticed because I've never had my graphics settings high enough to really notice them. And it's just, it's kind of cool to see how beautiful the maps are with all that extra stuff. They have no effect whatsoever on gameplay. If anything, they're going to make your system work harder, which will make your gameplay worse per se. I mean, frames win games if you're really on that. Because if you didn't know, guys, higher graphics settings usually means less frames, vice versa, and optimization is kind of finding the balance for most frames with some pretty good graphics settings. But it was really fun to experience and see all these things. And also, this has nothing to do with graphics, but audio. I'm plugged into all dedicated USB ports now, no splitters or anything, because thankfully I have enough ports on my motherboard now. I have been hearing things on the map that I have never heard in my freaking life, guys. When I am on tower here on Livefire, I can hear the water sounds behind me. I didn't even know there were water sounds. Maybe I'm bugging and it was something else, but I am hearing so much ambient sounds on the map. I'm even hearing, that's right, guys, I'm hearing some footsteps, which is an even crazier thing. And then the last thing I will say, the ray trace sun shadows, I really don't. I mean, maybe it's because I'm not literally like looking around at the shadows to see them. I didn't notice any difference, but I can't tell you what the shadows looked like before on my old build. I'm not noticing any changes on the shadows now. I'm sure you can just see more detail in the shadows, maybe less pixelation in some areas, but I'll be honest with y'all, I'm not seeing any pixelation on this new PC build, at least the way I see it in game. Now, the way you guys see it on stream, this is from the VOD 2-3 days ago. The first day I was streaming on the new build, I had some performance issues, and I was running my bit rate a little bit lower just in case. I'm actually going to bump it up for today's stream, which would be yesterday's VOD. So I'm gonna keep creeping up until it looks really good, and then I'm gonna kind of stop when things maybe seem a little bit laggy or it seems like my system's struggling. I'm really trying to find the balance, but my goal is to make the streams look better. I'm trying to put out a higher quality product for you guys, and that was the whole reason I even did this giant PC upgrade in the first place, because after all this time and all you guys supporting the stream, it was time to take a big step and try to put out a better product for you guys. But yeah, so that's all my experiences, guys, at least that I can think of off the top of my head, playing on not only over double the frames that I was playing on before. Again, I was capped at 140. Now I'm well above 300 consistently. And then also what I've been seeing, being able to run Halo on Ultra and ray traced while streaming. That's the biggest thing, guys, because a lot of people are like, bro, you should have been getting way more frames on your 3070, even if it is an 8 gig. That is very true, and I could have off stream. But once you stream and your PC is streaming through the graphics card, guys, it's very, very taxing on a system. And even on this build, if I don't get the stream performance that I was hoping to get, I still kept my other build. The dual PC setup is also still on the table here, but that's kind of a type of setup I don't really want to go for as of now, but the option's still on the table for me if I choose to do so. But anyways, guys, this is a long video, just me yapping about my experience. I'm not trying to flex on y'all or anything. I just thought it'd be a fun video to talk about some experiences as somebody coming from a kind of mid-tier PC to a much higher end build. So guys, hit that subscribe button. Halo content, baby. Now that this whole room is pretty much done, the build is set up, we're going to be cranking out a lot more content here. I'm going to try to stream longer, and we're obviously grinding to Onyx here in rank. So hit that sub button, guys. Leave a thumbs up on the video. Leave a comment. Share all your thoughts. Any optimization tips are always helpful. Everybody's kind of rocketing them to me on stream all at once, so it was kind of hard to follow, but feel free to drop something if you have a quick little tip for me. And then, of course, guys, channel memberships and super thanks. I am deep in the financial hole after building this PC, so feel free to support monetarily, but please don't feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys, that's the end of the background gameplay. That's the end of the video. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next one, y'all.